Welcome, Panda Cubs, to another Battle Days video. We are going to go and see the results of last week's Team Wars and open our prize pack. We got third place, middle of the road. Not bad for being back in gold for the first time this week. We had some difficulties with cap allocation, but overall we did a pretty darn good job as a team. Huge separation between second and third, but only winning third place by a few hundred points. But fifth place got stomped. So we're really happy to be in the third, not the fourth place slot. So let's claim this pack, and then we'll go vote on the new deck once we take a look at these prizes. So of course we get some tickets and some tokens, and we start getting our upgrade mats. Those are pretty standard. What we want to see, are we going to get a legendary, and what epics are we going to get? Ooh, getting close to poison level 6. Nice, nice. Gnomes, baby. Buccaneer, baby. We got Amazingly Randy. Long ways away to get him to 5. Cock Magic. Spells are great. That looks like it's a legendary. Bradley, Mint Berry Crunch. Yay! And he, of course, has some of the friends in his Mint Berry protection there. Okay, not the worst legendary. I don't really play the superheroes, so let's take a look at what we've got so far. We've got a few people have already voted. So it's Mind Control Kenny versus Inuit Kenny. So is it Cyborg versus Inuit? People are leaning towards Inuit, so I guess that's probably going to be where we're going to want to go, because just eliminating a unit is a little bit better than taking it over. Absolutely want Red. Her poison is consistent. You know, ever since they gave her the rework, and her poison goes until they die. That is awesome. Nathan, one of the Splash Brothers, always absolutely going to go with Warboy Tweak for that speed up. Nice Ranger unit there. This I could see going either way. I could see we may want to go with the Deckhand Butters for his heal, or Leader. Anytime you have a little bit of that survivability, that could help keep maybe our Cartman alive, or, you know, obviously we're going to go with Stan over Dog Poo. Keep Stan alive again. I haven't invested in Terrence and Phillip, but most everybody else in the game has though. So of course that's the go-to here. I think Buccaneer Bebe is actually the better choice here. Yeah, she costs 1 more. She's a 4 cost, but her increasing her attack, she turns into a mega cannon, and she has more hit points than this Bebe. I'm sure this Bebe's attack gets faster, but I think Buccaneer Bebe is actually the stronger unit. So we'll see what the team decides. Fireball's always a fan favorite. I'm going to want the Rats to counter the Kenny. This is another interesting choice here. You know, Osimo, I think, is one of the worst Cartmans, if not the worst Cartman in the game. I kind of like Murph. There's probably more people that have Cartman leveled up, but Murph being able to zoom in and rush after the closest kid, especially if, say, they have Garrison, he can run right past him and go and take out the new kid. Or say Nathan's on the board, you take out whatever, he can rush back to Nathan, or any other archers for that matter, as opposed to just freezing what's around him. I think that's definitely going to be the better call here. And then there's no Dougie, but if they have the Mind Control Kenny, we want to take him control of that, or even take control of the Inuit Kenny. So Mind Control is actually definitely, probably, in my opinion, the better card here. I mean, this is tough, because that Lightning Bolt can just eliminate the Bebe in the back, or the Nathan, because that's going to be like that's what makes this tough, because just Lightning Bolt Nathan. Sorry, Nathan, we don't want your Splash Brother nonsense. Get out of here. Okay, but I think this is probably what I would go with. Deckhand Butters to heal either Murph, or possibly Nathan, or I could see why there's not a lot of people to heal, worth healing, which is why maybe the acceleration is going to be better. But someone like Murph, if he's using his charge, the acceleration won't actually trigger there. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and keep my vote here for now, and then we'll see what we end up with at the end of the week. All right, stay tuned. The rest of the battle days is coming in just a moment. All right, everybody, we are ready to go through the Team Wars battle days here at Sad Panda Cub in the Gold League. Conga Live is going to talk about our deck real quick, and then we are going to get right into it. So we, of course, kept Inuit Kenny at level 1 because his Death Wish is the main ability here at 3 cost. We got Terrence and Phillip up to level 5. I think our goal was to get level 6, but that's all right for me because mine are only at level 4. So at least they're max level 4. Alien Queen Red at 5, which is what I have, so that's decent. We got Robo Bebe at level 6. Now I think whatever the other option was what I wanted instead of Robo Bebe. The selection was right before this. I did not review it, of course, before getting right into this. And Nathan, of course, one of the Splash Brothers. He's an excellent card. And Fireball is going to be great for control, especially when they start to crowd their units. So I'm going to have to also keep in mind to not let my units crowd up too much because that will do some devastating damage. Also, Fireball would be nice to just eliminate that Kenny. Warboy Tweak for the speed ramp at level 5. That's great. We also got some level 5 rats, which are going to counter the Kenny, whether it be the Mind Control Kenny or Inuit Kenny. That's going to be the main goal there. We have Astronaut Butters only at level 4. A little sad that we didn't get him a little higher, but his purpose, he's still going to do a decent amount of damage. Using him as we will. And then Osimo, this is another one I would have rather had Big Murph. I think Osimo is the worst Cartman in the game. That is my personal opinion. You can leave comments below what you think about Osimo compared to the other Cartmans, but I think that Big Murph would have been the better selection for this deck composition. And then here, this was kind of a toss-up. I could have gone either way. We ended up going with Program Stam. We got him at level 5, mine's at level 4, but Dog Poo was the other option. And then we have Mind Control at only level 3. Didn't invest into that because it's going to do its purpose. Of course, it doesn't last as long at a lower level, but it's going to do its purpose at level 3. So let's go ahead and get right into it and see what we can do with this deck. Now, of course, the main point of me making these videos is to let you guys learn from my mistakes if I do make them, which I usually do, because the whole point is we want to game smarter here. So I want to help out my fellow Sad Pandas in the Sad Panda Coalition, whether in the Cubs, the 420, or any of the other groups. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with Terrence and Phillip in the back. They have the Garrison. Garrison's a great card, so not too excited to see that. Not sure what I'm going to do here. Guess I'll throw Butters out. Yeah, because that charge ability is really, really good. And then I think what I'll do is do red to make sure that Garrison dies. Let her kind of tank for Stan. Stan's freeze at least does damage. I think if Osimo's freeze did damage, I would not think he's as poor of a unit. Yes, that's the Bebe. I would have rather had her because she's going to be able to ramp up. Now this guy's got level 6. Level 6. Of course, I used the rats against Butters. Level 6 Terrence and Phillip, which I do not have, and our team only has level 5, so that is going to be really disappointing kind of thing going on right there. Let's go ahead and throw Inuit out there, try and help chunk down whatever they put. Of course, it's going to be the rats. I'm going to have to throw Robo in there, start getting some acceleration. Of course, too close, and the Fireball takes me out. We're going to use Terrence and Phillip to gang up on Bebe here. And of course they'll get frozen, but a little too slow with that, which is good. Yeah, and I'm tempted to just use the fireball on Nathan by himself. I think what I'm going to do is use Alien Queen. Hopefully he ends up throwing someone else out into the mix so I can have her. There we go. Alien Queen gets much more effective when you have a lot more units for her to hit. And we're going to go ahead and accelerate our guys with our... So the argument for Dog Poo, because he's much hardier than Stan. Yeah, Stan has the AoE freeze, but it is just not that strong in comparison. So, and the swordsman, I'm not sure what our other option, where we ended up with the swordsman. Because he also had Terrence to fill up. I'm trying to think, what was the card that we selected that we didn't go with swordsman? I'm sure it's something that costs less, which was probably the argument in the chat. But, you know, pretty bad show right there. Being that his Terrence and Phillip have 2 levels on mine, that's just to show you here in the Gold League. I'm going to be going up against a lot of players that have stronger units than I do. Just taking a look, scanning. It's probably Alien Red Queen, Alien Queen Red is who we went with over Garrison. And that is a tough call. Alien Queen, being that she guarantees that people are going to die, but it's a slow death. Where Garrison has that really strong damage when he gets his charge up. That's a decent amount of damage, a lot of damage. AoE, hitting air units, although there are no flying units in this particular matchup. Didn't get a chance to use mind control at all. Once again, we see a Buccaneer Bebe, which is who I was arguing for. But of course, it was not what the team went with. And then he mind controlled our Kenny, which I was using to try and take out Bebe. So that is disappointing. Because Bebe, she's got a higher hit point pool than Robo. If for some reason, whether they went with, I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Nathan is super annoying. We'll let him walk Osimo in a little bit. Start getting hit. We're going to throw our Osimo in. And then Robo Bebe to start getting some acceleration off of the rats. Hopefully we can turn it around. Once again, we're playing someone who has higher level cards. He's got a level 5 Osimo compared to our level 4. I don't have any epic characters at level 5. I'm getting somewhat close, but not close enough to be there just yet. So I'm just kind of slow play this. I'm going to put Nathan in the back here, try and keep units at a decent distance from each other. This looks like a nice amount of units. I'll go ahead and play red luckily, he missed Nathan with that fireball. I know that's what he was going for. I hit them both and missed Nathan. Although he still took my phone out. So, not excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and throw Stan in front. And we will also use, oh boy, Tweak. Comboing Tweak with Nathan is really going to be one of the keys, I think, in this deck. So we did take a phone out. You know, we got a chance here. I'm not even going to let Nathan have a chance. I'm just going to fireball him right away. I don't want him in there at anything to do with him at all. I would have probably liked to wait a little bit longer, but his guys out there. And there are enough of them once again that Alien Queen Red is a good move here. Gonna want to use Robo Bebe once again to try and get some stacks off the rats, although his units are much stronger, and so he's gonna end up taking me out. With higher level units, even though I had it on my side of the field, there just wasn't enough damage output or life survival in my units for that to work out. And of course, rats are really tough to use. I got one phone, so I have 1 point so far. Let's go ahead and try and pull out a win. If we go 0-3, that's going to be sad, but this is a second week or first week back in gold, and the reset happens. We have less caps to allocate, making it really difficult to really build the team the way we want, especially because we have quite a vast array of players in our guild. Not everybody's at the legendary status. There are some players in our guild who are just going to get murdered. I know it. Because we are a coalition of guilds, and our guild doesn't have all the top tier players. I'll go ahead and use this fireball here. Get rid of that Buccaneer Bebe. So the fact that every single match has been Buccaneer Bebe just goes to show you guys on my team that I was right. She's definitely the better Bebe, and the one energy cost is for Robo really is not where it's at. Another thing is Robo Bebe, because of her speed, she ends up walking faster, so it's harder to get someone in front of her. Frozen. So we're gonna have to use Nathan in the back here. He might fireball me. This is a little more balanced on the fight, so we'll kind of see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and drop. That is quite a sad story right there, and then he did fireball. I wasn't able to get those. Not able to get those rats out there fast enough, and my Cartman and Osmo took out his Kenny. So we're going to do the same thing here. Have his Cartman, and then we're going to play our Terrence and Phillip. Now, once again, unfortunately, mine are only level 4, so this is not looking good. He was able to play his Tweak to accelerate their speed. I'm going to use Bebe to try and get a stack, but nope. Oh yeah, I got a stack. That's not bad. But he did get that phone before me. Got another stack. See, now she's moving fast, where the other, which can be somewhat beneficial, but not really, where the other Bebe stays walking slow, and I prefer a slow play. Oh, and I missed. That is bad. I missed being able to play that. Use my ability. I was working on dropping the other unit. So things are not looking good. Yep, that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of go free for all. Try and see if we can't get in, get some hits in, to at least take it to overtime, get that phone. And then if we can fireball these guys. Oh, and I missed Nathan. That is bad. That is really bad that I missed Nathan right there. So I'm gonna have to hope. I think that this is probably the better move, even though they didn't get ran through there. Robo. Oh, they were not able to do it. And that's all she wrote. So unfortunately, taken out pretty swiftly there. Even though I was able to fireball their Bebe, the other matches you could see she was definitely a better unit, and I would have much rather had my Bebe with a higher hit point pool, getting attack bonus stats than attack speed stats. because she has a little bit more survivability, and then that would have helped me chunk down some of those units that may have been at a higher level, over leveled to me. And then once again, you know, I basically have just been donating Terrence and Phillips to everybody in the clan since they were released, you know, over a year ago. So the only reason I got them to level 4 is that kind of just organically happened. I've never put them into my ladder deck, and I do just fine in Legendary 3. So there you have it, team. I hope the rest of you guys do better than I did with this deck. Really didn't see the opportunity or have the opportunity to use Mind Control that much. Maybe Lightning Bolt would have been the better move here. I'm not sure. Yeah, orange is really strong right now. The sci-fi theme is a very strong theme right now with a lot of the way that they've built that theme. Still not one of the themes I use. I used to use it a long time ago, and then transitioned into using Mystic and Fantasy. So we'll just kind of see how things go. Hopefully the rest of you guys do better. Give me a like, give me a subscribe if you want to see more of these team wars. I'll be putting them out every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.